Hey, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Friday, the 3rd of January, 2020. We're going to do a third day in a row with the Tarot of the 78 Doors because why not? The cards are hot in my hands. So they've been shuffled, they've been cut, and we're ready to go. Our card from the bottom of the deck today is Three of Pentacles. Expansion on our self-mastery here. I remind you every time this is a card where some sort of craftsman, artisan is working on a project, and it's fine work, it's detailed work, and you don't hire a novice to do that kind of work. You hire somebody with experience. And recently I was reading on this card, and its core meaning is elaboration, believe it or not, which you can bring into expansion. So you are elaborating on your self-mastery. You're expanding on your self-mastery. What a nice way to go into our very first weekend, isn't it? All right, let's see what it connects to in the rest of the cards. Our first is, Eight of Swords. I haven't seen this card yet in the deck. Wow, take a look at how that's done. There aren't actually any swords there on the card. And if you were to go right straight to your imagination, and I were to tell you that the Eight of Swords is you being plagued by your own vulture thoughts, this is a great artistic take on just that vision, isn't it? So typically we see this card with a woman in a semicircle of 8 swords. She's blindfolded and her hands are usually bound in some way. And she doesn't recognize that the knots aren't tight. She could free her hands. She can remove the blindfold and step out of the circle of swords. She's not trapped. She's only trapped by what she's thinking. So here we have an expand upon your self-mastery card with that Three of Pentacles. And then it's followed right away by the Eight of Swords. Do remember that eights are extremely stable in tarot, and they introduce the movement of energy. And my feeling here is that we are crossing a bridge within our own selves. We have been encouraged to look deep within our own journey. A quest beckons. We've seen the Hermit twice this week. So we're being invited to go deep within our own journey, though not be isolated with it. Share the journey, right? And here we are doing some really fine work, expanding on our self-mastery, and what rises up but something out of an Eight of Swords type nature. Which means that with an 8 being so stable, we are strong enough, we have the fortitude to take a look at what could be a vulture thought, or several vulture thoughts. What are some stories you're telling yourself that keep you in a comfort zone? I've got a few. Certainly I do, and I have to challenge them regularly. And there's one in particular I haven't challenged at all. So even though I may be expanding on my self-mastery in many other places, what are the 2, 3, 4, 5 things you are not expanding on right now that sort of sit there on your back burner and sneak up on you like these hungry little vapors there in the background, stealing your energy and your joy? What would it feel like to take one action step toward one thing you've got on the back burner and bring this kind of mastery to it? The delightful thing about challenging yourself with something that you've backburnered, procrastinated with, the great thing about that is when we actually do take a step in that direction, we typically have an aha moment of, wow, hey, that wasn't so hard. So consider that. Pick one thing and bring this level of mastery to it, because you've changed, you've grown, and you've adapted in ways that you don't even know yet until you try your hand yet again at something that's been on the back burner and untouched for a while. You've got a whole different energy to bring to it, so consider that. Next card, Ace of Wands. Yeah, nice. Passion, fire, ignition. We have that to offer, whatever it is that's on our 8. And recognize too, on that 8 of swords, it's only you coming to your own rescue there. No one's doing this for you. I know. Wouldn't it be great for someone to come through the door, one of those 78 doors, with a magic wand, wave it, and you're like, aha, done, mastered, moving on. And then we have the Ace of Wands. You're wielding the wand. You are your own magic. You are your own conduit of miracles. That came out of yesterday's reading. So you are your own conduit of magic. And bring some of your sweet magic to whatever this 8 is. It does not have to be something that you've backburnered. It can be, a little thought that's been following you around for a while that requires some nurturing and love. And it's just waiting for you to turn around, recognize it, validate it, nurture it so that it can move on. And then as that thought that's been following you around, like these hungry little ghosts and vapors here, as that is released, you have more space now to channel more love into your life. Ace of Wands, divine and cosmic gift of fire, passion, creativity, adventure, travel, quests, quest beckoning, allowing your inner light to shine, right? And then we have, the Lovers. Yeah. Nice. This is really nice. It's all about choice and decision here and following your heart. And following your heart sometimes is not so comfortable. Here we come back to the 8 of Swords, right? That doesn't look like a comfortable card. What if though? What if though she took her hand off her forehead? And what if she wrapped that blue toga around herself more securely? What if she looked up and turned around and faced this right here? That's a lot of what ifs. Those are a lot of choices, lots of decisions to be made. But here we have, the Lovers, the Gemini card. 2 options, 2 choices. Which way are you going? If she did all this over here on the 8, it's quite possible she could follow her heart truly in pursuit of her passionate goals, dreams, and intentions. And she's got a load of self-mastery here to bring to it. Typically, though, when we see the Lovers card, we pull 2 more because there is a way that we are habituated to choose. We're going to take a look at that. That's this card right here. And then we're going to take a look at a card that represents following our hearts. This one. Right here. Okay. So, what's our habit and is it serving us? We have 6 of Cups. Ooh. Listening to our own inner soulmate energy, relationship to self. That's a great card in this position. And it's hard to hear the inner voice when you have this scenario with the 8 hanging over you, right? It's a little hard to hear your intuition. A little hard to hear the love language of your own heart space. So, if we're following a heart, what do we have here? 10 of Cups. Either way you go, it's a great choice. That right there is some evidence of a really fine 3 of Pentacles foundation. We've had that message for months now, strengthening our foundation, building a stronger, better, more fulfilling life experience for ourselves. So what I see here with the Lovers is something has come back around for you. I do feel it has created somewhat of an 8 of Swords situation. The universe is providing you your own magic wand in the Ace of Wands. So wave that, baby. Look up, face this, and give it the love and nurturing that it requires, which you certainly have here in the 6 of Cups, and you most definitely have in the 10 of Cups. So you can ask yourself, while this lingers, whatever this is, on my back burner, or whatever it is I don't want to turn around and face and look at, how long do I want to be in the company of that energy? Excuse me. How much energy do I want to invest in that? Because in my avoidance of it, I now potentially avoid what's over here on the Lovers, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups. And either way you go in this situation is amazing. I say follow your heart because it's the Ten of Cups. Again, it brings up some discomfort, but it's discomfort worth weathering. Okay, last card. Last tarot card anyway. Two of Swords. Oh, wow, look at that. Someone's put a baby on a doorstep. Wow. That's an intense card. I didn't expect that one. That one hit me right there in the solar plexus. And the heart space. Okay, Two of Swords is a card of an inability to make a decision. So we're hung up on something over here, and it's pretty deep. Sorry, the energy of that card really threw me. Oh, I'm surprised at my response to it. Okay, Two of Swords, typically we see swords crossed over the heart. We see yet another blindfold and typically a new moon in the sky. And the invitation is to go within and to seek the sanctuary of our inner being. And most definitely, we are being guided to that here on the 8. And certainly in the 2, it could bring up a tremendous amount of emotion for us to bring into the inner sanctuary of our soulful being. So go there with that. Whatever your 8 is, go to your soulful inner being. Take yourself, take your innocent, tender little self out of the storm and into your inner sanctuary. Go into your 10 of Cups, go into your 6 of Cups, into your Lovers. Pick up that Ace of Wands and do the fine work that's required to settle everything that you're sensing, feeling, experiencing on that 8, because it expands, it elaborates upon your self-mastery, and it gives you a greater opportunity to be more of the love that you are, to shine your beautiful light in the world. Ooh, nice. That's really quite powerful. Let's move on to angel answers now. All right. Ask a question if you have one. Allow the cards to confirm something for you. Or let these cards be a fresh reading in the reading. Ooh. All right, we got a jumper. How perfect. Our beautiful Let Go card. You know, at some point, I'm going to have to frame this card and just stick it on the tarot table for good. Let go, let it go. Yeah. I was speaking to a friend just a bit before the holiday season here, and I was speaking to energy that has the potential to drain, and how that energy feels like a hungry ghost sucking the life force out of you at times. I know we all hit the emotional skids in that way every now and then, and I see that on the 8. I love that we have the Let Go card, because there's the invitation, and the way to do it is with the Ace of Wands. So when you're picking up your Ace of Wands and you're waving it, right? You're waving it at your 8 of Swords. This is a great space for our affirmation. I love and appreciate how it feels for divine love to be alive and thriving within me. I love and appreciate how it feels how it feels to be happy, satisfied, and fulfilled in all aspects of my life. It allows, those affirmations allow these experiences to come up in strength, in stability, and bring us into fulfillment with them, so that we can experience everything else that we're seeing here. So take care of the tender, happy little you. bring that into the sanctuary of you. And then we have another repeat, big happy changes falling out of the deck here. So it's the happy that makes the big change. You know it. Stay focused on it, because that's what you're creating here by letting go of what's on the 8. All right, next card. It's still another repeat. Emphatic yes. See, there really are other cards in the deck, and yet these are the ones that consistently love us. All right, next card, last card, affirmation from the universe has our back, and we've got I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. There it is. One card summarizing the entire reading. I did speak to the discomfort over here. It's worth weathering on that 8 because it creates a really loving foundation and environment for you to celebrate your life in. Thank you so much for watching. As always, new subscribers, existing subscribers, so glad you're here. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Blessings to each and every one of you. Have a beautiful Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. Do be on the lookout for the January readings. I know I keep promising them and things keep happening in the day that keep me from the tarot table. Sometime today, folks, they will be out. Enjoy them once they hit the channel. And bye for now. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. Namaste.